I was a healthy 25-year-old, and I was a very sick 26-year-old. And the in-between was a visit to a dentist who convinced me that I needed 12 fillings. And these were amalgam mercury fillings. First, I had a massive attack of herpes. And, I didn't know I was infected, but bang, there I went. Then my wrist started to hurt, carpal tunnel syndrome. Then my feet started to collapse, couldn't walk. Then my back went. I couldn't stand upright, 3-4 weeks out of a year, I was sick, unable to work. My particular situation was called fibromyalgia. If we go under the skin of that, or under the hood of that, we're finding that it's an inflammatory condition in a specific organ or a system. Inflammation is a symptom. Inflammation has 4 aspects: pain, heat, swelling, and redness. When it's on the inside and when it's constant and low grade, you will have just a nagging pain. Or you will have, for instance, if it's in your circulatory system, you will have high level of cholesterol, and you will have damaged arteries, and you will have increased or higher blood pressure, and you won't know why. And doctors will not be identifying it as inflammation. Or at least they will be saying, yes, this looks like inflammation, but they will not be identifying what the cause is. Typically, your body is going into a chronic problem through either malnutrition, meaning there's nutrient that's missing, more than one usually, or toxicity, meaning that you have stuff in the body that shouldn't be there, or you're dealing with stagnation, meaning that you don't get enough exercise, you don't move enough, so the lymphatic system of the body is behaving like a swamp, rotting. And you can be also dealing with other problems like disruption from electronic devices or emotional disturbances or physical injuries, repetitive stress, that sort of thing. So as far as dealing with it, you need to do the opposite of what made this situation occur. The inflammation itself is obvious. You will have symptoms. What's not obvious is how you get out of it. There's a lot of literature and a lot of research about the pH balance, for instance. If you're acidic, you should alkalize. But what they don't tell you is, how did you get acidic? And the biggest bugaboo of it all is that there are 2 major body types. One is alkalized by fats and proteins. The other one's alkalized by fruits and vegetables. About half the population is alkalized by the fats and proteins, the other half by fruits and vegetables. So if you meet the nutritionist who matches your body type, you're going to get quick help. But if you're not lucky, you're going to just decline even faster. We have a specific test. We can give you 40 grams of glucose combined with 5 grams of cream of tartar and see what happens to your breathing after you ingest it. And if you're acidifying by the load of sugar, then you're the meat eater. If you're alkalizing by it, then you're the fruitarian. Well, this is now 10 years ago when I decided that it was time to share my 20 years of research with the humanity, because I was finding that I was counseling friends and relatives, and it was time to bring it far and wide. Because functional medicine is alive and well, but it seems to be hiding in plain sight. The entire medical system is approaching things from a tactical instead of a strategic perspective. I was able to reverse most of it. So today, at my 58th year, I'm feeling way more healthy than I was 20-something years ago. Nature, creation, God, whatever you want to call it, did not create vitamin C, sawdust, water, and minerals in isolation. It made it into an apple. If you hand the pile of these individual ingredients to a pharmacist, there's no chance that they can make an apple out of it. even though they say this is it. The reductionist thinking of the mainstream is creating these artificial single ingredient capsules or pills or tablets, handing it to you as solutions to things, but that's not how it works. The entire lifestyle, the whole dietary intake, and even the supplements cannot be reduced to individual components. We help people with whole foods. We will give you the spirulina, not just the astaxanthin. We will give you carrots, not just beta-carotene. We will give you apples, not just malic acid.